What is going on, Shedheads, and welcome back to the Green Room. I am back with my boy, Mr. Typhon, aka Sean. You know,
Yep.
I was gonna try to think of something.
Uh,
My
I'm I'm that
brain no
guy now.
worky right now.
I'm the fish guy.
Yeah, the
I'm
fish
the fish guy
guy.
and Mr. Shed Time now. That's about it.
I hear that, dude. But anyways, we're back. Of course, as you guys can see, Uncle Chris is not with us right now. Um, but don't worry, he's good. We'll see what happens. He may or may not show up tonight or in the future. We'll have to wait and see. You know what I mean? We'll have to wait and see. You never know these days. Things are just kind
Yeah.
of, they're just kind of up in the air. You know what I
What
mean?
what what was that song? Ch changes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Shit,
changes happen, man.
changes happen. For all kinds of people. Like last week, you guys got to witness, the change of scenery in here. You know what I mean? Sean's been, doing his thing over with the fish, and driving around in fucking cop cars, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah. Talk about a change,
Not
right?
in the
Like,
back either. Like actually
no, like
driving it.
physically driving
Yeah,
the car. Yeah. And no, I'm not a police officer, folks. That's the fun part of my job. I would
crazy.
yeah, man. I don't work in the shed time industry anymore. I got a better job, and where I work, we build cop cars. And sometimes you got to deliver those cop cars places. And that's a perk of my job. I get to drive a cop car once in a while. And what a friggin' trip that is.
Yeah,
I
dude. I still wish they would have let you hit the sirens one time.
oh man, if it weren't for the fact that like I would just I know that like it's technically illegal for me to do, like I would have done it. I wanted to so
Oh, dude, I
bad.
know you did because I would want to.
But here's the thing, right? Like technically speaking, I can do that whenever I want because I can just go enjoy a siren test when they do the job anyway and they're like QCing and stuff like that.
That's true.
Just go over and be like, hey, can I
Can I hit it?
live the childhood dream and flip the switch?
Yeah, let me hit it one time.
Like, let me get it. Let me get it. I'm not a tech. I don't get to enjoy this all the time.
Anywho, tonight we're gonna be just doing a little retro rebuild, rewick, refresh thing. I got like one, kind of retro, kind of cool little setup that I'm gonna do, as well as in the chat, I've got you guys voting on which RTA you would like to see me either rewick, rebuild, or just refresh. You know what I mean, and throw on top of the abyss. You know what I mean? I've got it in side by side mode right now. I saw it in my box of mods down there. Hadn't used it in a while, and I was like, you know what? Let's bust out like a little single coil or dual coil if we're going Valkyrie Mini because it's actually got the dual coil deck in it. And throw it on the abyss, and do a little side by side action, as well as you guys will have to wait and see for the other one because it's kind of special. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing tonight. Other than that, Sean, what are you vaping on, dude?
Well, we were talking about retro vapes for this show, so I wanted to do a little old, something new kind of action going on, and go ahead and hit the focus. Bow. Broke out a
Ooh.
keen and slap that beautiful RDA2 on top. So we got the something old, something new going on. And I mean, when you just got that much stainless action, you need the splash of color. So, slap that purple ring on there and
A little
the
purple chip.
grape chip
Yeah.
to go ahead and top that off just to give that little double touch. And man, if all of this was green, wouldn't it just give you that Donatello Ninja Turtle vibe?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like so good. And speaking of so good, bow, got that bottled
Oh yeah.
violence, vanilla custard. I've been in the upside down for part of the day now because we're getting to that point that I don't want to wait that extra second or two for the liquid to get to the spout. So I'm like, we're gonna hold it upside down. We're gonna just, get that goodness into the addy as fast as possible.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, full disclosure, your boy messed up and just rewicked this morning. not knowing that our plan was a retro vid
Yeah, that was
Rewick.
it was
So
a,
like,
it just kind of was a, impromptu thing. I was like, "Oh shit, I got to do a cloud check this morning. We haven't talked about what we're going to do." Well, I got some shit I need to, rewick, or I kind of want to set up. So, just do it on the show. You know what I mean? So, that was my fault. Dropped the ball, of course, didn't give Sean a heads up as
hey,
usual.
it
It's what I do.
I mean,
Uh
this is the thing, right? Like, it's we both enjoy this element of surprise because he walks in blind to the podcast most shows.
this is a fact.
So these guys sometimes have no idea what's up my sleeve, and I come out like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this weird story called Lake City Quiet Pills?" You have now,
Go check
and
it
if you
out.
haven't, go check out that episode. But yeah, what are you vaping on?
Well, to start, just got the one set up. If you guys watch a cloud check this morning, a little retro, a little old with a little bit of new, just like Sean. I got the old Dreamer. This is a OG. I think this is a stainless steel black. Got the brass button though. I stole from the Notion. Got the all blacked out button on there. RDA2 on top with the green rings. Pine chop top on top. Breeze Tones 26s on the inside. And of
Mm, mm,
course,
mm.
where did I put the bottle at? I just had it because I just dripped. Oh, it's okay because I've got another one over here because they're all over the place. Oh boy, mango, because it's that good. And this one's actually in the upside down phase as well. I could feel all the weight is down here, so I could probably drip out of this, to be honest, right now. Let's see. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
we got a
buddy.
couple drip skis there. And yeah, dude, this thing, the Dreamer still holds up, guys.
Ah, such a good mod.
If you could find one of these still, grab one because it rips,
Mm-hmm.
man, and it's probably super cheap now. And dude, they weren't that expensive when they came out. Is that first like mass uh market mech? You know what I mean? Like one that was all over the
I
place. Every store
Yeah.
had them. You know what I mean? It was one of the first ones I purchased. That was like a true hybrid. You know, but it was before they even had the constant contact button. So like I've had all the different variations. But dude,
It
banger.
literally was on the top of every like best buy for your money Mac list everybody put out like for years. It was like, if you want the best value, get yourself a Dreamer, because this thing hits like these two, three, $400 Mac mods out here, and you were spending maybe $100 when it was brand new.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that mod changed the goddamn Mech game. Like, I think we wouldn't have had a lot of the what you I guess you would consider affordable
Yeah.
mechs
Yeah. Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
market if the Dreamer hadn't happened.
I will also say I do have a nice, delicious beverage
Oh,
here in
tell us
front of
about it.
me. I've apparently this is a pretty popular brewery, but I've never had one of their brews before. But I found about this new gas station that I went into, and it's 450 North Brewing, and this is a black cherry gelato smoothie sour, uh, and it has got sweet cherry, black cherry, and cherry gelato flavor going on within this smoothie sour. I will say this: I'm also not super familiar with a lot of smoothie sours. I think I've maybe had one or two in the past, but I'm really, oh dude, look at the color
Oh, that's cherry,
on
all right.
that, dude.
Oh man, that shit's gonna taste like cherry wine. Holy smokes.
Still got a little bit in there. We'll get to that here in a second, but oh my dude, you know what this smells like? Cherry Kool-Aid. It literally smells like cherry Kool-Aid. Not
Ooh,
that it is. This is definitely a beverage.
it's the most adult cherry Kool-Aid of them all.
So sweet cherry, black cherry, cherry gelato, smoothie sour. Let's try it out. This is too good. This is like, bro, I don't get like, it's not even that tart. There's a little bit of a bite to it, bro, but that sweet cherry, definitely, it's got like a real bright, like, cherry note. Like, as it passes, you get that black cherry. Little bit of tartness, not too heavy. You know what I mean? Like, there's not anything that's gonna like make you pucker or nothing, but get just a little tart bite on the tongue. You know what I mean? Very thick, so it feels like you're drinking a smoothie. You know what I mean? See how it pairs with this mango, because it's the only thing I have in front of me here. That made this taste like a cherry Tootsie Pop.
Oh, let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how the Tootsie Pop has that specific cherry flavor?
Yep.
That little bit of mango. That's so fucking good, dude.
Yep. It's funny you say
Oh,
that because my wife just made a drink the other day that I was like, yo, this reminds me exactly of the grape Tootsie Pop. And it was the same thing. It just, she was using the cranberry grape juice and whatever liquors, and they mixed in such a way. I was like, yo, this has that distinct flavor that their grape has.
oh, dude, so good. So good. Anyways, if you guys didn't see, there's a poll in the chat. Make sure you guys get those votes in the meantime, while we're waiting for some more votes, and that the such as shout outs to Mr. Green. He kind of, he started saying shed time all the time. Now I'm starting to say the such as all the time. You know what I mean? You hang around people so often, and then the next thing you know, you're saying phrases. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
You pick up each other's euphemisms and shit.
Yep. Anywho, it's time for a little bit of what's new in the shed.
Well, yes. What's
Smack
new in
that.
the shed, my friends? The shed, if you guys are new to this whole thing, is the podcast that we do, Shed Time Podcast. You can find it at shedtimepodcast.com. And yeah, dude, what's going on this next episode? We get a little all over the place as we always do, and we obviously start talking about one of our favorite companies in the scene that we like to operate in, the thermal extraction device known as the Dynavap. Talk a little bit about that, which is something you hear quite a lot about on our show. But then we get into some sticker design. Talking about sticker designs, because stickers are cool as shit. Everyone loves a sticker, right? I love a sticker. You guys love a sticker, I bet. Talk a little bit about the industry. And one of the really cool things that's out there is there's an organization who's working to classify the natural flavor compounds that are found in your shed time. And we get talking about that and how, like, it's an emerging thing, but it could be pretty interesting. And somehow we wind it all down talking about nicknames, those weird nicknames that your friends get, like Squirrel. Yeah. We've all had one of those friends, right?
I knew
So
somebody
we
named Neck.
yes. I think you might tell that story, as a matter of fact,
I
during
might
this
have, but I
episode.
don't know.
So you guys will have to tune in to find out, because I know you're going to hear all about OE. And if you want to learn the story of OE, that's part of that. So go check it out. Shed Time Podcast. It's on all your favorite streaming platforms. That's, everything, the Apple, the Google, the Spotify. You can do all of them. You can say, hey, Siri, play the Shed Time Podcast. It works.
Just making sure my phone didn't.
Good thing you got them headphones.
Oh yeah, I got my cans on. Anywho, dude, you were talking there, and like for the first half, I wasn't even paying attention, dude, because I was sitting here doing a little happy dance. This beer is so good, dude. It makes me so excited for the other 4 I have in my refrigerator that are just all kinds of different flavor concoctions. We got like a banana, kiwi, passion fruit, whatever. There's one in there. It's got like 6 or 7 different things in it.
There were a couple that had like marshmallow to
Oh
it.
yeah, which I feel
that
like they're gonna
intrigues
make it
me.
kind of creamy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had it, but it sounded good.
Send it. I've had like a s'mores stout, where they actually put marshmallow in the brew, and like obviously you could taste marshmallow.
It just makes me want
So
to dance, bro. This beer just makes me want to dance. It's so good. Oh, I don't know why, but there's a Tootsie, like maybe it's the gelato. Maybe it's the cherry gelato. That's giving
oh
that.
that
You know what
yeah,
I
you're
mean?
getting that like creamy kind of
I don't know,
malty
dude.
note.
It is so good. It is. I would 100% recommend. I'd give this if it's a scale of 1 through 5. This will get a 5 for me, bro. This is. It's good.
Nice.
And it's not that like crazy either. I think it's only like 5.3.
So it's sessionable too. You can
Yeah.
enjoy a couple.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna have another one. The only thing is I'm gonna probably have to. I'll wait till the shed time break so I can go and rinse my glass, and come back. Uh, but
Smart.
dude, so good. Anyways, you think we should get into these into some building, or at least I should get into some building?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right,
Get it.
let me
I
do
mean,
this. I'm actually gonna do this real quick
we
too.
were talking before the show. I it's funny that this actually came up because I decided I wanted to do a little retro vaping myself earlier this week, and I broke out the this guy right here, the OG recoil. Go ahead and get that focus. Palmerized, of course, because when you get that Palmer's corruption, you know, it always looks super sick. And dude, I decided I wanted to go so old school vape on this that I literally broke out the 22 gauge nichrome and just did a simple round wire build. Like I was like, I want to vape this, you know, like back in the day, vape this. And I'll tell you what, dude, I haven't vaped a round wire build in a long, long time. But I'll tell you, I'll say if I had no choice but to vape round wire again, I could live with it. Like I remember why I liked building as a vapor immediately when I started just putting round wire coils in. Never mind when I got introduced to better stuff. So pretty damn cool to go back to that kind of a simplistic vape and actually enjoy it.
We're gonna start off with this because I want you guys to still keep voting in the poll over there. But check this little guy out. It's a K Fun Light 2019, I think. On top of this little tiny 18350 mech that I have no idea what it is called. Shout outs to Pam Cakes, aka PSS, aka Pam, one of my patrons. She sent this to Mr. Palmer's Powders, and he just did this thing up all special. It's got a little bit of some blue belly with maybe a little Cadillac gray action on there. Oh, just looks so dope. And I wanted to set this up just cause, you know? So we're just going to do that, of course. So we're going to have to take this off of here. And unfortunately, for some reason, I can't figure out where I put my Guardian at the moment. So we're just going to use the Gen for the time being, which is kind of bumming me out. Makes me want to take a second look around. It's around here somewhere, but of course, my desk and everything is a mess, so I don't know where it's at. But I'll
Well,
find it.
that's what happens when you rearrange your space.
100%.
You know,
Things disappear.
got to figure out where you stash something so that you can find it again.
But inside of this, I believe I have got a focus on the coil. Let's just do this. Too close. Focus. Come on. Why did... Focus on the coil. Why doesn't it
Uh,
want to focus?
Autofocus is like, not today.
There we go. It's a super fine, tiny little micro alien from Breezetones. I just really wanted to get in there and show you guys. But that's been in there for a little bit, and it looks brand new. So why take it out? You know what I
That's
mean?
what happens when you put it away clean.
Right?
That's
So
like one of those quick pro tips for people who maybe, need to be reminded. Like, put it away clean and you can save a coil for a lot longer.
turn this down a little bit. Coming out to a 0.75. Actually, yeah, 75, which will be fine on the 18350 I have, right within the limits.
It should be a glorious MTL vape.
Make sure it's burning nice and even, no hot spots. Looks good. Looks good. Of course, cotton bacon. My cotton of choice. I usually say bacon of choice just because it's hilarious and it's a, what do they call that? A Freudian slip? When you say like the opposite of, or like, I don't know. I'm not a
Yeah. I
scientist.
say it's not a Freudian slip, but I can't think of what it is.
It's something.
Yeah.
There's a term for it. Anyhow, this should be plenty for this little 2.5 millimeter. Don't want it to be too tight, but also don't want it to be too loose. We'll say these little tiny aliens are very fragile. So be very careful. Be easy with your cotton. No need to be in a rush. Just go slow. Boom. And we're going to actually kind of measure this. Boom. And look at that. Look at all that. We're going to go ahead and take this. We're going to put this back in our bag. And we can easily get another single coil. Actually, we'll just leave this out because we may need to use this later.
Yeah, depending on the build, you might even be able to pull a dual coil if it was small enough.
Yeah, dude, depending on how long you need your cotton to be, you
You
know?
know, yeah. If you had like the right kind of deck, you could probably do dual coil with that little strip.
I think. I'm happy with the length on that. Maybe cut it down just a smidgen.
There's something so nice about when you have scissors that are that sharp. Like, you see how clean those little just snips were? Invest in good scissors, vapors. I'm telling
Dude,
you.
I'm not gonna lie, these things are pretty nice, but they are sharp as shit. I've stabbed myself with them multiple times,
Worth the risk.
but they do work very nicely, not only for trimming your cotton, but also for this scenario.
It's a good one too.
It's just a nice little fine tip, so you're not like digging in there and gouging stuff out. You're just kind of knocking out the loose stuff and just kind of floofing it out a little bit, you know?
This is the patented Franklin fluff.
That's it, you know what I mean? And then you just kind of pull away all the little flyway guys and come in there and kind of straighten them out, clean it up a little bit, try to stay in camera for you guys. Definitely not a build off wick right here, guys. As you can see, taking our time. So we want this to vape nice, you know what I mean? It's got such a beautiful breeze tones coil in there, such a beautiful coating from Palmer's powders.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to have to tear this thing open
And
later to fix
honestly,
it.
I think I'm going to cut those a little bit shorter. Just a tad bit. About to right there. Like that. Boom. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? Is that... Oh, what do you think, Sean?
That's super clean looking right now.
What do you think out there, chat? Let me close this poll down a little bit so I can see what's going on. Anything I missed, bro? I have these yarn shears from when I worked in the carpet carpet manufacturing. Oh, dude, I'm sure those work awesome, dude. They're built to cut fabrics and
Yeah, if they're cutting carpet, dude, cutting fucking cotton wick must be like, psh. a joke. It's like nothing to that.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. Look at that one side. Sorry, I did that off camera just because I wanted to make sure. Just look at how perfectly tucked that side is.
It just happily fills that little
It's
chamber.
just a happy little wick, and it's happy little wick port. You know what I mean? Living its best life.
Uh, I gotta say, there's something insanely satisfying about a good,
You
clean
know
wick
what
job.
though? This one. This one needs a little help. There's something going on here with this one. It didn't go in as easy as the other one. So instead of forcing it, you know what I mean? We're going to take it out. We're going to, straighten it back out again. As best we can, at least. We're just going to give it another little happy little snip on that side. Another one on that side.
I'm just gonna go out here and say it. James is turning into the wicking Bob Ross, and I'm loving every second of this.
That in there. Oh, let's use this side. Slowly work it in. You know what I mean? Don't force it in. Just let it fall in there. You know what I mean? It's real nice like. I will also say this. This is the second time I've ever wicked this. So I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. So if this does not perform well, don't do what I just did. But I will say, I am pretty confident that this is gonna vape like a champion.
Addy Tooney says, about to blow some happy clouds all over his
Oh yeah,
bedroom.
dude. A happy little cloud over here, a happy little cloud over here, or as Coil termed last night, clucking chowds. Cluck a little chowd over there, cluck a little chowd over here. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the Cool Kids Club.
Mm.
Anyway, I am super happy with how that looks. Now the question is, what liquid do I put inside of this?
Gotta wet those wicks now.
It is a mouth to lung, so it's going to be more of a restricted thing. I could probably do a nice tight restricted direct lung if I wanted to, but I also can just do a nice mouth lung. I don't have many high milligram liquids at the moment. I do have Dragon Shake, of course, my go-to,
Big fan.
and it's
Big fan.
and it's 12 milligram. But I also have a little bit of LC from Uncle Chris and a 6.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily as high as I normally would use for a mouth to lung, but like I said, if I wanted to maybe tight restrict direct lung, that kind of might be the ticket,
All right. So
I don't know though. I don't know.
I will say Dragon Shake is probably going to be a more intense amount of flavor, which suits a single coil. But LC is fucking LC.
But here's the thing as well, Sean, is there is still one more single coil RT opportunity that this could be utilized in.
I see what you're saying, and I agree. I think LC 6 milligram in a
I just
single
don't think this is going to
coil.
be satisfying enough. It's going to taste
Yeah,
amazing, no doubt in my mind. But I don't think the 6
yeah,
is
you're
going to
gonna want
be.
that 12 to be
All
hitting
right,
the
so we're going to
throat.
go Dragon Shake. You never go wrong with a little bit of some Dragon Shake. This is like a super, super crazy steeped bottle, too. You'll see as soon as this liquid hits this coil. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be very, very flavorful, very, very tasty. Oh man, it's almost like motor oil.
Mm,
Oh,
that dragon shake in that MTL setup is otherworldly. There's something about the tartness of the dragon fruit that kind of shines in that sort of setup I found. And like the creamy component of the milkshake kind of is a little more
oh,
evident.
it smells so good. Sorry, I'm beside myself at the moment. I need to take another drink of this brewski.
This dude's gonna have flavor overload, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
my god, it gets better even when it's warm.
Fire beer. He's about to have a fire MTL to go with it. Those
K-Fun,
two ought
of
to
course. You got to go old school.
pair phenomenally also.
Bottom fill action here. We're going to go all the way up to the tippy top. Flip this bad boy over. Dude. Buttery smooth threads on this bad boy. And it looks the tits thanks to Mr. Palmer's powders. We're going to throw this
So good.
here. We're going to grab this. First things first, always, obviously, very nice protruding 510 pin, fixed 510. So this is definitely hybrid safe because this is a hybrid mod. But always when using a hybrid mod, I don't think we talk about, safety and stuff that often here much anymore because, a lot of you guys are pretty seasoned. But, for the newer users, and of course, you get your battery and then you tighten your button down. See?
And of course,
Because
this
right
is the
there, there needs
18350. So this is, not your standard battery. These have a completely different ohm rating and need to be respected heavily.
cool thing about this is actually telescoping as well, if you guys didn't know. So you do have a little bit of play when it comes down to that. So with that, I'm actually going to do all my adjustment from the telescope. Nice and tight. You're not going to be able to hear this, Sean, but they will. It's a crackling, baby. Let's go up top and vape on this thing real quick. Because we need to... Oh, close up. Hey, guys.
Well, hey, how do you do?
Yeah, look. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, let's take a little tootski on this, dude. I'm actually really excited about this. There we go. 12 was the way to go. This is a little too tight for a restricted. But dude, oh, that dragon shake, dude. This one you can definitely pinky fire, bro. Real fancy like. Dude. That is enjoyable as shit, man. I'm not, you guys know I'm not usually huge into mouth to lung. Not really my vibe. I'm more of a cloud chucker. But I've also kind of gotten into restricted things. But I also, even with that, I'd still get, pretty decent amount of vapors. But dude, with this, man, that flavor and that crackle, bro. Nice, long, slow, soft drag, you know what I mean? Not pulling on it super hard. That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
There's something so satisfying about the mouth to lung hit because, like, we were all cigarette smokers, right? Like, well, not all of us. I'm sure some folks out there
So good.
used, other ways of nicotine consumption and chose vaping
Oh
over it.
no. Dun dun dun. There's a tie. And
Well,
boy.
you gotta pair it with that beer.
Oh,
And
the dragon shake?
yeah, and you out in chat,
Mm.
we need at least one more to break this tie.
The only thing is that can't get the right amount of vapor. It's pretty good. Not as good as the mango though.
Mm. There you have it, folks.
Dude, so I'm trying to like let my mustache kind of grow longer, but like kind of like even to where it's just like a, you know what I mean? So now
A
every
straight
time
flat
I
stash.
drink everything and it just gets so caught so much more in my fucking stash and I just feel the drips on my lips.
I understand because
Stash problems, bro. Stash problems.
I'm in a similar boat, but I'm training it to go this way, so I have to let it grow
Yeah,
down and out.
I keep trying to do that, bro, but it always comes down this way and gets in my mouth and bugs the fucking shit out of me.
I've
Anyways,
been using a horsehair brush for like the last month. And like every time I'm in the bathroom, I just grab it and like comb my damn
well,
mustache
you know
out, comb
what?
my beard down.
This is what we're gonna do, because at the end of the day, I'm probably gonna end up setting up both of these. So, what time do we have? There's one that I haven't vaped in a very, very long time that I feel like is going to look really nice on top of this. But also, oh, dude. Okay, Sean, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to end the poll, okay? We're just going to end the poll at a tie. To break the tie, Sean, between the Ether RTA or the Blotto single, whatever it's called, which one would you rather see on top of the Abyss? And I'll remind you, I do also have green accessories for this as well.
You already read my mind because the ether is where I'm leaning.
But let's do this real quick too. Just so you can see. This is what the Blotto single looks like on here. Right? Pretty nice.
Clean,
Clean.
clean.
Looks good. Right? Nice amount of height. You know, drip tip's not going to be sitting down too far. But with the ether, right? Little short there, bud.
That's a low boy.
Little short there, bud. So you're going to have to put a little longer of a 510 on there. I don't have many real long 510s. Just saying. I know it'll look dope even with the green, you know, accessories and stuff, but I feel like if I throw this on here with the white drip tip and also
Here's another thought too. Single coil, 6 milligram choice combo right there.
yeah.
So I think we just narrowed it
I think
down
you
that
did. You
the
did.
blotto makes
Yeah.
sense so that the LC can go in it.
Well,
And
actually the ether is also single and it's more of a restricted. So honestly, I think I might go with the ether, bro. Because I feel like the 6 in this will be a little bit more, you know.
that little extra tightness. Yeah,
At least I
yeah.
believe this is a 6 because I did also take 2 bottles and mix them together to make a 3 because I had a 0 and a 6. Let me double check my box of liquids here to make sure I don't have any more.
Dun dun dun.
I
The
know,
plot thickens.
I know I do have for sure 1 bottle of 6.
I will say that there's a lot of love for the blotto single in the chat.
Okay.
Well, Steve-O says
Oh,
that the
see,
blotto single looks good on the Abyss. J Money says the blotto for him. Georgia Boy says blotto.
The blather?
Warthogs says he hasn't built his ether in a while. He should break it out. Hell yeah, you should. Why not?
All
J
right.
Money, if the blotto and the ether could actually metamorphise into some weird bastardized version of them to become the blotter, that would be interesting.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't want to change all the shit on it right now as far as buttons and stuff go. So we're just gonna go blotto, dude, with a white drip tippy. You know what I mean? It's gonna look
I
dope
think
on there.
and I think there's something to be said about the comfort factor of
Yeah,
getting that little extra lift off that's going to be
yeah.
nice.
And the cool part about this is we got to put a brand new coil in it because
Oh,
there's nothing in it.
clean deck.
So let's go ahead and go back down low. Don't mind the towel on my lap. That's, for any mishaps that may
Smart
occur.
move. That's another pro tip there, vapors. Straight up, having a vape towel comes in
Blotto
clutch
single.
sometimes.
And since we're doing an Aussie uh, designed by the Bogan, figured we need to put an Aussie coil in it. Little
Mm,
breeze tone single come out to a 0.3. You know what I mean? Should be
nice.
pretty nice for this. Is there one in here? Oh, there's two. Look at that. Sweet. We'll have one for later.
Sure.
Wrap that up. Put that away all nice.
There's something always super exciting when you open a coil pack and realize that you have an extra coil in there.
And then you get the little cool spiffy little note in here giving you a little rundown on the specs, wraps, and all that cool stuff. It's got a little, extremely grateful for your support. Little warnings and check your battery wraps and all that good stuff. Great touch from Mr. Adam Breeze Tones.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But with that, let's see here. We got our wraps. Oh no. So we're gonna have to go like this and add a half wrap. So with that being said, let's grab our handy dandy coiling rod here. 2.5. We're just going to meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Wow. Now the only thing is I don't quite remember what the leg length needs to be on said Blotto single. So we're just gonna wing it. You know what I mean? We're just gonna
Got to
take.
do that first initial eyeball cut and see where we're at, right?
Well, this is one thing that we can do too. Shout outs to Coily, because there is this cool little tool thing on here where you can kind of get an idea.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to measure the distance between the posts?
We're gonna start at 5.5. See how that looks, and work our way down. Oh, actually, we're gonna flip it around and go this way. Get a little bit of a flesher cut on this side. Bada bing, bada boom. Feel like this is gonna be perfect. Why am I trying to do it like that? Like a barbarian. And I've got these fancy tools. Get one in. Kind of spaces that touch. Bam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on there, Coil. You stay where I want you to. Actually, you know what? I feel like we're going to take that down just a smidge.
Nice little haircut.
Go down to 5. I know Georgia Boy out there is saying 4.5, but I'm feeling 5 should be perfect. Nothing against what you're saying out there, Georgia Boy, because you could be 100% right, my friend.
Kai saying 5 millimeter. He thinks.
So take that down just a 0.5. You know what I mean? Not nothing crazy. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. Slide that puppy down in there. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of whatever. There. Stay. We're going to get one side captured. Not going to super tighten it, just catch it. You know what I mean? So we can go over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then get this guy locked down. Now we'll just take a coil rod out for a second. Don't worry, coil looks janky, but we're going to fix it. All right, I think Georgia Boy might have been right. Let's see, maybe we can bring this down just a smidge. Oh yeah, there we go. Put that one in just a little bit more. See, this is why you don't have to rush to build all the time, you know what I mean? There we go. Way more happy with that. Careful, don't strip your screws.
I do love the Blotto deck. Building on that deck is a joy.
Feel like this is looking pretty good. What do you guys think as far as centering on that? I feel like that's
Yeah,
pretty even, you know what
I'm
I mean,
pretty
on each
happy with
side.
that.
As far
Let's
as
see
the
if let's see it from that profile shot though. Oh yeah, look at
I
that.
feel like that's pretty centered, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that looks pretty solid. You get a nice wrap of air around the whole coil there. That's how I like to build my Blotto coils.
All right. So with that, I feel like it's time that we go ahead and set this coil in. You know what I mean? Give it a little heat, a little bit of pulsing and pinching.
I'm just gonna say shout out to Mountain Dew, saying good evening from Iceland.
What up,
Uh
man?
Thanks for tuning in. Almost 1 a.m. out there. Woo! You're an MVP. That's way past my bedtime. Oh, do you see how nice and even that's already glowing?
Oh, got just a tiny one. I think I got it. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Nice. Glowing evenly. Paris tones. Coil. Let's go ahead and do this as well. Let this cool down for a second. And double check our resistance. Should come out to about a 0.3, give or take. Make sure this is cleared out. Let's screw it back down on here. And the gen is reading a 0.27. Pretty close, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, if I throw this on a DNA, it probably might even be closer to a 0.3. Either way, I think that looks pretty nice. Turn this up a little bit, make sure. Yep, good to go. And would you look at that? Cotton ready to go. And we already know, since that last coil was a 2.5 millimeter, and this coil is also 2.5 millimeter, this should be the perfect size wick for this coil. Take another drink. Cheers. Oh my goodness, that's so delicious. You need to find one of these, Sean, if you can.
Yeah, we'll have to check out the cellar and see if there's any down there.
All right. Totally wasting cotton here. I know. I know. Sue me. Always just a rough cut to start. You know what I mean? You can always cut more off, but you can never add it back. Remember that, people.
So true. Because we've all made the mistake, and nobody wants to have to pull the whole thing out and start over from scratch because you overcut. It's embarrassing.
With this one, I'm not really thinning as much as just fluffing. You know what I mean? Because you have some pretty nice sized wicking slots for your coil, your cotton per se, or rather, whatever the word is. I don't English well. I always like to kind of take my scissors, get a little guess. Can actually snip off a little bit here. Well, on that side, sorry, I'm out of camera. Same thing here. Whoop. I've got to say, those are some fluffy ass wicks, bro. All the fluff. And we're going to pull an audible. Oh, just poked myself again with these scissors. We're going to go scissor style. Oh, dude, look at that.
I'm a big fan of the scissor tuck. If you guys watch during build offs, I've used it on a couple of occasions now. It's sometimes I find it even more effective than using the like curved tweezer.
Oh, dude, that just went in there so nicely. I always kind of like to start on one side and then just work the other side in little bits at a time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of come back in afterwards.
Just clean it up. You see how nicely it's filling that little bottom section, like the actual port? Like,
And then you can come in here and just kind of work it around a little bit. Boom.
uh,
Beautiful.
nailed it.
Snailed it. All right. So we're going to go with some 6 milligram LC lemon custard from Uncle Chris. I will say I haven't vaped a 6 in quite some time. So this might be a little brutal. Ow. Ignore me. I'm just hurting myself over here. Yeah, usual. Oh, yeah. That looks good. That
I
looks
can
great.
smell it from here. You know when you just know the smell and flavor of something so well that like you see it and you're like,
Dude, I'm tasting it right now and I haven't even vaped it yet.
like, oh,
My mouth is watering.
oh man.
I'm honestly pretty gutted that this is no longer a thing. Oh. Oh. Yes.
Look at that.
Yes. Now, the quest for a drip tip. Not really. I had one right here. Psych. Snagged it from the Valkyrie Mini. Now, I'm going to throw this on here.
No.
Only thing is, I wish that the Bogan logo faced outward. Oh, wow. Oh. Make sure the airflow's open. Let me in. All right. Fill her up. All the way to the tippy top.
Mm. Man, I gotta break my blotto out. I haven't vaped it in a long time.
Dude, I haven't vaped the single in some time.
I have
Now,
two of them because I liked it so much, and I haven't vaped them in forever.
I always forget. Positive up or down on this? I don't remember. I think it's down. Oh, actually, take that out of there first. Put our little door on there and slide it in there. Oh, I got it right. Haha. See, that's the one thing I don't really like about that, but we'll get to that here in a second. Jump back up top. Excuse the mess on the desk. There we go. All right, let's try this out. Definitely not doing 60 watts.
That'd be a bit spicy.
We'll go to about, we'll start at like 25. Cut this airflow down a little bit. All right. Oh. Oh no, are we leaking? What's going on here? Are we leaking? Don't tell me we're leaking.
Oh.
This is what the towel's for, people. I mean, where's that? Or is that just residuals? There we go. It's the right amount of airflow. Anyways, what's going on, chat? Sorry, guys.
Looks like chat's just chatting amongst themselves at the moment. And yes, Steve-O, like that smash button. I agree. It does help the old algos. And
25 is not enough. Bumping it to 30.
let's face it, YouTube doesn't like us enough as it is, so we need that help.
Dude. I will say this. I think a 3 still would have been fine in this. But it's vaping. Chat. It's crackling.
Oh, even I heard a little bit of that.
It's vaping. Nice.
So good.
We'll say I think the 6 is a bit much for that specific thing just because it's got a little bit more airflow than I remembered. But either way.
Thankfully, I mean, she vapes pretty nice even when you tighten her down.
Oh, yeah. I could probably
So
tighten it down a little bit. Let's try it. Let's tighten that down some more.
I know in the duel, I've always gotten some really decent restrictive hits by just going down to like 4 little holes, well, like 2 vertical rows.
All right, let's try that and bump this back down. Why does it keep doing that? It keeps locking. There you go. Restrict that down a little bit more. So one thing I always forget about the Blotto too is you can't tighten your RDA or your RTA down too tight because then the airflow doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
What the heck? My Abyss is tripping.
Yeah, I just seen it like the screen like shut off for a second and then turned back on. It really is tripping.
That's better. Yeah, this thing's tripping out, dude. The battery's jumping all over the place.
Well, that's a bummer.
Well, we're not going to be using that right now until I get that figured out. But in the meantime, I do have this tiny little 18350 guy.
Thankfully, a Blotto single can pop on another mod if need
Oh, yeah.
be.
And we can always take this and, ooh, what if we put it on? Hold, please.
Another audible. We're good for an audible or two every episode. You know, it happens.
Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Why? Are you being a bitch?
I'm so intrigued by what you've pulled out of this mod box.
Well, seems that something has happened to one of the magnets on here. There we go. Boom. I haven't used one of these guys in a while. Need a different colored drip tip, but for the time being, this will work. A little Og vape. What was this thing called? What was this thing called? I forget what this thing's called. What is this thing called? Oh, the Foxy one. Haha. Just gotta look at the bottom. Let's turn this guy down.
Yep, and there it is in the chat.
Thank you, Kai? K? I'm not sure what you go by, but thank you for that. That's nice. That's real nice. Yeah.
Gotta love when you get a couple of just really good, enjoyable setups
Really good.
going.
You know, I gotta down this because you know what time it is, Sean? It's almost that time.
Good point. I mean, it is past the hour of 9. And holy smokes!
He's here.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hey,
Dude.
Chris.
Your timing is perfect because you know it's
about that
right,
time.
It's right at that moment that we get to, you know, get up, stretch our legs, you know, and inhale the good shit, exhale that bullshit because it's shed time.
Let's do it. we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your shed time break. I know I sure as hell did. Went and rinsed the glass as well because it's time for another brew.
Dun, 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 dun,
Brew
dun.
time.
Question is, which one?
We got 4 different options.
The one you really want to try.
Dude, I'm saying you got to try one of these ones with the marshmallow in it.
Yeah, why not?
I'm so curious about how the marshmallow is affecting those flavors. Like, I need to know.
I feel like
Well, since we're
It's
coming
probably gonna be
back from a shed time break, maybe we just go with a little bit of Gorilla Glue. You know?
yeah. I mean, why
This
not?
one
it.
is also another smoothie style sour ale with banana, kiwi, passion fruit, tangerine, and marshmallow.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued by this flavor profile.
Get a little
Yeah,
a little roll on, you know what I mean?
I mean-
Mix it up and real nice.
it doesn't sound that good to me, but it also doesn't sound that bad.
Why does
I'm
what
imagining
sound,
Like
Like
I'm
a-
kind of open to it.
what doesn't
like-
sound good about it though?
like yeah, it hits me like a tropical creamsicle thing.
I think that like the tangerine, the last two that you said back to back is what I don't like. I don't like the idea of tangerine marshmallow. And I understand that that's not what it's going to taste like, but just that's the way that it came out. Also, just looking at it, I wouldn't want to drink that.
Why?
I don't know. Dude, I'm picky. And when I say picky, I mean I like basic shit when it comes to beer. Like it
But-
could be like craft-ish, but it has to be like a smooth drinking craft-ish beer.
Well, bro,
that
let me
that
tell
looks
you.
so good. That looks like an actual fruit smoothie.
You know what this smells like, bro? You guys grew up like I did. You drank Tampico.
Oh shit.
Oh, I've never even heard
Like
of
the
that.
fruit punch. Like the
Yeah.
like the orange punch.
Yep. I've had a couple Tampicos. Ooh.
Why? Why is this so good?
And let me guess, you only bought one.
Yeah, because I've never had any of these
No, no,
before. So
Fair. I mean,
yes, Kevin.
turns out that like both these would have been bangers to get two.
450 North. Well, if you knew the price of them, you would only grab a couple too. I didn't realize it until I got there, and I was like, "Well, I'm
Already got
here."
'em.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm that way too.
dude.
In
This,
for
I've
a
never been
penny,
that
in
guy
for
that
a
goes and
pound.
puts stuff back. You know what I mean? I've never been that guy. It's like,
Yep.
if I wanted it
okay,
and I'm there, I'm paying for it.
pairing time. You
Oh,
know
this
what-
ought to
you know
slap with the
what-
mango.
I was about to say, you know where I'm going. Mango,
Oh my
RDA2, Dreamer. Hold on. I just gotta do my.
We got another dancer.
I gotta do my happy dance again, bro. I was doing this earlier, Chris. I had this one here. Where's the can? Where'd I put the can?
Yeah, that cherry fucking craziness.
Black cherry gelato is what it's called, right? And it's sweet cherry, black cherry, and cherry gelato. And dude, this thing tastes like a cherry Tootsie Pop.
Really?
Like that's all I could taste. I didn't get any like booziness really. Like, dude, it's honestly, these are dangerous. Like, if I had a 6-pack of these, bro, it's a party in
It'd
the
be
house.
trouble.
It'd be a party in the shed, if you know what I mean. Anyway, what else could I pair with this? Dragon shake? Do you think?
I mean,
Dragon fruit milkshake.
dragon fruit's a tropical flavor. You kind of got
I'm not
like
saying
some
ew.
tropical fucking fruit punch thing going on.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not as good as the mango. I said that on the last one, I know, but
I mean,
Well,
mango.
that's just a trend for you. I mean, like,
oh, here we go. Fuji apple. A little bit colada. The apple mixes with the tangerine that you get because it's very tangerine, bro. Very citrus. But there you can definitely taste the banana in there. I don't get much of the passion fruit, or really I can't like point out like I lie. Passion fruit is at the end. Sits on the palate. You get the floraline because you know how passion fruit is kind of like got a little
Yep.
kind of floraliness to it, you know what I mean? Like that sits on the palate at the end. That's a nice beer though, dude. I don't get the marshmallow at all. Maybe it kind of makes it a little bit more thick in the mouth feel.
So I imagine it just adds to that like
Because it is
creamy
definitely
kind of
like it's
a
definitely like kind of creamy, smoothie sort of texture, but like you know, like a melted
yeah.
smoothie. You know what I mean? Where it's just like
Yep.
there's substance to it. You know what I mean?
I'm like I'm looking at that and I'm looking at the consistency and I'm reminded of the mango naked
Try a
smoothie.
nutty vape. I don't have anything nutty set up. Honestly, right now I have mainly all fruits. Which one of the dude? This one's actually pretty solid. I know people love the green apple, but I do know that Turk and Homeboy are going to be putting out some new ones that aren't this style. They're Ghost Bar, I think.
Okay.
And I think they got a couple different flavors that they're doing with that as well.
Like in addition to those flavors or replacing those flavors?
I think they might be replacing these. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
But these are
actually
nice though. These honestly have probably been some of like my favorites because the flavors are really nice on all of them. Like even the tobacco one, if you're a tobacco person, I personally not, but I thought it was still a decent tobacco. You know what I mean? And I don't like tobacco. Like it wouldn't be one I would buy, but I tried it and it's like, oh, okay, I see why people would like this. You know what I mean?
yeah, there was some recent news actually in the vape world. I was just reading it this morning that the FDA is cracking down on Elf Bar and one of the other companies right now, and they've sent a cease and
Do you know
desist
what for?
to the fact that those are illegal under the
Oh,
FDA regulation. Like they're not legally permitted to be sold in the US. And it
I
was something like 100 some odd different people between manufacturers and sellers. So yeah, a lot of craziness going on with that.
Okay, Steve-O says the ghost bars are like a V2 pod and lineup. So just like a different pod, different line of flavors. I think most of them have colada or like a menthol to them. I'm not sure about the tobacco, but I know most of the fruits do. Which is, can we talk about that for a second? You know, just on the disposable thing. I know we're kind of getting off track here, and we're already like half hour over. Or we haven't even got to a game yet because we got way off topic. But why do they all have colada in them?
Yo, I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually tried one that was a vanilla custard and it had colada.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
You
honestly,
know what I think
they
it's
even
for, honestly? I think it's for extra throat hit. Like
you
legit.
think so? Because dude, you
I think
definitely get it, bro.
that's like the only thing that I can think of. Because like Sean said, they'll do it with stuff that makes no sense. Like I had one when I was in Vegas, and it was a vanilla like milkshake or like a vanilla sundae
Oh,
with
was it the one I
colada.
gave you?
Yeah, I think so. Either you
Yeah,
or Swags. I don't
yeah,
remember
it was
who.
me. I brought like a
Okay.
box of them.
Oh, then yes. Sorry, Swags was
They were
taking them
the
home.
they were the
Yes,
Lost Mary elf bar
they were
situations.
like this one. Whatever this
Yeah,
brand was.
yeah.
It was this, but just there was a vanilla one.
That's an elf bar of some sort. I just don't know remember what they're called.
Yeah, it says this says Elf Bar. And then it has like the kind of I guess device it is. But yeah, there's a this is the vanilla one. This is one. Like
Oh,
I don't think that it works anymore. I think I just haven't thrown it away. Um But yeah, it was like a vanilla milkshake or sundae or something, and it had colada. So yeah, I think that it's just for the throat hit or something like that.
It tastes the
Because it can't be
banana.
like, hey, it's super fresh, like and
That
minty or
that makes
cold.
sense though, right? Because like you get used to the throat hit from the nicotine alone.
Yeah, but I think that the argument could be there for you get used to the colada as well.
I mean, it's
Oh
fair.
yeah.
But like, I don't
I was
know,
a
right?
menthol
Like,
smoker.
maybe everybody's different, but
Shit. So what do you guys feel about going a little long and playing a game still?
yeah, I'm down for playing like a quick game.
Not like, yeah, we won't go like super long. Maybe like pick one that we could do like 2-3 rounds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, that leaves us with a maybe like a we could do like a maybe like a fact or fiction, or like a bump it or dump it maybe.
Yeah, I'm down with a bump it or dump it because fact
Yeah.
or fiction, I actually have to do work and like I'm not prepared.
All right. All right. Well, with that being
Yeah.
said, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little time for bump it or dump it. Of course,
And
I forgot to put a poll up beforehand, but hey,
I think I might know a perfect subject too for them
let's do it.
because Uncle Chris
Road
just
trip,
finished a
road trip,
road trip.
road trip music.
Road trip
Yeah, I'm down.
music.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Cicero, dude, bro, you're here. Thank God.
You are here.
In
Shut up,
perfect-
my dude.
In perfect time, because we're playing a game and we need your help. Drop in your favorite song, artist, and title for road trip. What are you listening to on a road trip, man?
Yeah, let's get those road trip songs in the chat, guys. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I used to work at one of the stores just a few months back, that was kind of the go-to playlists on Spotify. It was like they'd grab like 70s road trip, 80s road trip, 90s road trip, and they were pretty perfect songs for just about anything. I
See,
remember,
one
guys,
of
we
like the
need.
beautiful things was that
Yep.
this trip I was driving my dad's truck and he has XM radio. So I was listening to a little bit of XM. I was listening to fucking some podcasts. I was listening to some just like straight up Spotify. It was
Real
pretty
quick
good.
too. Remember song, artist, and title, so we know what song it is and who it's by. Because there's so many songs by the same people. You know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
there's about 60 Sublime songs that I'm just gonna bump.
Oh, okay. I'm starting it off. Addie Tooney, Grateful Dead, Bertha. Don't come around here. Don't you come around here? Sorry.
I'm
You
gonna have
guys
to
know
actually
this?
listen to that because I'm not sure I know that song.
You're in for a
Uh,
treat.
I mean, I'm gonna throw it on. I'm gonna bump it.
Dude,
You know that
that's great for a drive, bro, because it's just it's something you could just fucking, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, I'm wearing a Dave Matthews hoodie right now. Like, the Dead and Dave are kind of on that like same style of jam band, and like I fucks with the Dead, so yeah, I totally bump
Yeah,
it.
I feel like the poster already answers the. Sorry, let me put those down. The poster answers the question. Of course, dude. Of course. I lit up when I read it. I haven't heard it in a while. I need to add it to my playlist. Thank you for reminding
Dude,
me.
all these are live, and I'm pretty sure that the live version is gonna be like really long.
Oh, well, you don't necessarily have to listen to the whole thing to get the vibe, you know. Well,
True.
maybe you kind of do because it changes, but
Yeah, you catch the first couple minutes, you'll somewhere in there, you'll know what's up. After that, it gets weird.
Yeah, it's not your normal, you know.
It gets weird.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
just
now
that's the Dead, you know.
they just jam. It started like on the studio album, there was a small guitar solo here, and that was it. Now the entire band takes 5 minutes per position to solo.
Well, yeah,
because
dude,
it's live.
everybody's got to get their lick, and then that gives everybody else a chance to get their hit.
Okay, I
you
listened
know?
to 33 seconds and I bump it. I'm gonna leave it up, so I'll listen to it after.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
All in on the dead tonight. You like that?
Unanimous. I like it. Sean, go for it.
Dig that. All right. I can grab the next one if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Steve-O says Pink Floyd, Run Like Hell.
Why isn't it hitting my head right now? Probably because the beer in the shed time, but
So where he sings,
Okay.
run, 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 run. Yeah. Yeah. I fucks with Pink Floyd pretty heavy. I'm bumping Floyd.
I'm gonna have to do one of these guys real quick.
Yeah, like
I feel like I know this song.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll bump this
I
song.
should know
I
this
bump it.
song.
utter classic. It's a Pink Floyd song that you would hear on like a classic rock radio station.
What was it called?
Yeah, I've listened
Run
to
Like
like
Hell.
that full album like a number of
Alright.
times. I'm not like a huge.
Excuse me while I mute
fan,
myself.
But, yeah, like The Wall. Like I've listened to it a good amount, for sure.
It's funny. I've listened to the album a ton. I've never watched the movie.
What? Strangers Darker Side of Oz or whatever?
No, The Wall.
Dudes.
Oh,
yeah.
neither.
I'm bumping this 1000%. Sorry, I can't believe I had to think about that. Yeah, dude. Just the opening
No, man.
riff.
This is the thing about some bands that are like kind of into that realm for me, right? Like not really my wheelhouse, but have been a kind of a part of my life to some way.
Mhm.
And I don't know the name, but the minute I hear it, I'm like, I know this song.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
That's
I've got,
like-
there's
that's
so
what that
many
song
there's
fell
so
into.
many bands that are like that for me because like I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I know this. Wait, what am I talking about? You know what I mean? But I don't realize it until I hear it. My brain works weird.
Yep.
Anyways.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick one from
Ooh, there's some fucking good shit.
John Vigliotti, and he put Mr. Jones Counting Crows.
Mr. Jones and me.
Mr. Jones and me. Yeah, dude. It's in my head.
Man.
The lyrics are popping up. It brings me back.
Wasn't Courtney Cox in the music video, or she was just dating the dude?
I'm not sure. My aunt's the one who actually introduced me to Counting Crows.
Yeah, I'm right. So did you either one of you guys say that you'd bump it or
Yeah,
dump it? Like
I would.
James is gonna bump it. Sean.
So here's the thing, man. Like I remember as a kid when they came out, I fucking hated that band. But that's
like
because
the only one, you know.
But that's because, I was a kid and I just wanted to be a fucking edgelord. Honestly, like I don't know a lot of Counting Crows, but if that song were to come on the radio, I'd bump it.
Up, yeah.
Yeah, I'd bump
it's
it.
The one.
So
it's
like,
the only
I'd
song,
still jam.
It's the only one that like if someone said Counting Crows, I'm like, oh, Mr. Jones.
Well, I met a dude who's an actual Counting Crows fan. So they do
really?
exist.
You met that?
Oh
one
no,
person?
I know they do.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think I even had one of their albums as an adolescent at one point, but I don't.
Like I'm talking about this guy has gone to multiple Counting Crows concerts. He's a fan.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wait, you guys exist? There's people who go to concerts for them?
Man, I wish I could remember what the lead singer's name was.
Like I have to now I feel like I have to explore the catalog because there's got to be some like gems in there. I've never bothered to listen.
Honestly, I can only think of 2 songs by the Counting Crows, and Mr. Jones is one of them. And yeah, I got probably bump it because it reminds me of being like a 13-year-old kid, and like that'd be like a song that you'd hear at like a grade 7 party, you know?
Yep.
So like for me, that's a bump it status. What was the other one, man? They had another like a slower one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Really big. It was really big.
All right.
It might come to me later. But somebody, who goes first?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
It's gonna be another one from John Vigliotti. It's Hotel California, the Eagles.
Okay,
Ah,
I'll just say that I'll bump it. Like that's a song that I've heard a lot. Like a lot. Like the minute that you hear the guitar, like I know exactly what it is. But if I'm fucking like on a day like today and the sun's shining, the fucking windows are down, and you got that shit cranked up, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm bumping it
And
just because of that.
not only are you bumping it, but you're belting it, bro, because you are singing along, my
yeah,
friend.
because like you don't have to be an Eagles fan, you will still know all the lyrics.
Goddamn right, because there's
Yeah,
not many
this has
Eagles
been
songs that I know lyrics to, but goddamn it, that's one of them.
I mean, I will say this: that has the most obnoxiously long and annoying outro.
But it's the best.
Oh my god, but it gets
So
so
good.
old so
I know,
fast.
but it's so good.
And I just imagine young guitar players back in like the 80s and shit trying to learn that song, and they're just trying to sit there for 2.5 minutes straight. Do 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 do. Like, oh my god,
muscle
dude.
memory.
those poor kids with their fucking hand cramps, you know. But that being said, I'm
Oh,
bumping the shit out of it too.
it's so good, bro. There's so many like peaks and valleys in that song that just like fucking amp you up, but then like kind of bring it down for a second, and then he fucking hits again, and then you're like, yeah,
It's just such a classic.
I love it.
So obviously you're bumping it too.
Oh yeah, duh.
All right. So let's see here. Let me
Oh,
see what's out here.
dude.
Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Cicero right here. Running on Empty by Jackson Brown.
Running on empty.
Running on, running dry.
Dude, 1000%, bro. Dude, I'm loving this right now. Makes me want to go on a road trip so bad. My parents just did too. They just went to Laughlin. I could have went if I took work off today and didn't do the show, but priorities, you know.
You know?
Okay. I had to listen to the song. Yeah, dude, I bumped that on a
Yeah,
fucking roadie for
dude.
sure.
It's so good.
Like,
Yep.
It's so good.
It's I literally I have a playlist that's called Low and Lazy, and it's on there. I love that song. Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I feel like I need to add every song that's been mentioned tonight to a playlist.
Dude, this I see some more bangers that are in here.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. Like
oh
I
my
should like
God.
pick all the one. I need to keep the chat up so I can go through it and fucking pick out all the fucking solid ones and add them to a playlist for my fucking little hour trip to the old dispensary and back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
bro.
listen to the jams and it'd be like I'm taking.
all right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, I can't remember who wrote it, but I saw it. Oh, I think that it was J Money. And it's Life is a Highway by Tom Cochran.
Oh, the original version, huh? Because there's also a version by Rascal Flatts.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the song because I was reading
Life is a Highway.
Yeah,
Okay.
Life was a Highway by Tom Petty, I almost said.
my wife just dropped the most crazy fact in the chat, and I'm gonna believe her because she's a bartender. So if she's throwing this out as an actual fact, I believe it. But she says that the bottom of cans of soda and beer,
Oh yeah.
they may be able to stack, but you can also open a can with the bottom of another one.
I should have done it, dude. Damn it.
What?
Yeah, I watched a video today and I literally saw it happen. Where you take the can, right? So say this was closed.
You're using it like a lever?
And you take this can and you put it on top and you go kink and it opens the fucking can, dude.
Yo.
That's next level.
Or no, maybe it's like this. You go this way.
Yeah, because then you're popping the can. You're using it like a little lever. It's so genius.
Oh, dude, because if you look, that makes sense. Because if you look right here on like a can, there's like a little dent to where like that lip would fall perfectly to hit the lip of this to go. I need to try it next time I open a can.
Oh my god. Yeah. And as far as Life is a Highway is concerned, I really don't like that song, but I'm still gonna bump it.
Oh yes.
It's just one of those songs that like I'm still gonna, especially the original. The Rascal Flats one I
Like the
got burnt
Tom
out
Cochran one. The Tom
because
Cochran one.
Yeah,
That's the
because
one
they
I was.
redid it for Cars.
yeah, like that got so heavily played because of Cars that like really burnt me out on the song completely. But like when it's the original, I am gonna bump
Yeah,
it.
I'm with Sean on that one. Like I do. Don't get me wrong. I am also a Rascal Flats fan, but that's one of those ones that's got played out for me a little bit. So we all get that one.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I didn't answer, but I will also
Yeah.
bump it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like a pure road trip
Back
song.
to me.
Yep.
Yep.
John Vigliotti is killing it right now because it's the first one I looked down and seen, and I have to say it. Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen.
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna jump right in. Yeah, I'm bumping that on a fucking road trip. I'm singing the fuck out of that. I'm trying to do all the voices that Freddie Mercury did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking vibing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lying if I said I've never had a Wayne's World moment to that song.
Bro, it's one of those ones as soon as it starts, dude.
Like the whole car just knows the fucking the role that they have to play. It's
Yeah.
like, yep, you understand the assignment. It's time to go. All right. So then it's on to me again.
Yeah.
And I believe this one was from Addie Tooney, and it's Ventura Highway by America. Ventura Highway in the sunshine.
Yeah, I don't know if I know this one.
Oh, such a classic jam.
All right, give me 2 seconds here.
And obviously, I'm taking it. I've actually seen America in concert, so I've seen this song perform live. And yeah, they got that jam perfect for road. Like I'd put on almost any like Horse with No Name, like any America song into a road trip playlist. It just makes sense. They got that kind of jam.
Oh, dude, I would definitely bump this.
See what I'm saying? Like it Ventura Highway is a road trip song, just like Hotel California.
Yeah, dude, this is like what you pop on, like right as the sun's coming up, and you're just fucking seeing just highway, the lines. You're just like fucking yeah.
Yeah, like that reminds me of just empty road for miles, and it's just you.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It actually
I was having a little moment there. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a fucking
Yeah.
jam, bro. Why haven't I heard
Classic.
that before?
Classic,
Oh, I
dude.
feel like an idiot right now.
They're the same people who did Horse with No Name.
Yeah,
I know.
Captured on a horse with
No,
no
I
name.
figured
So,
that out as
yeah.
soon as I heard it. I was like, oh wait, I know these guys, but why haven't I heard this one?
So fun fact, some people would recognize the guitar line from it because it was used in a Janet
Right
Jackson
there.
song.
Cicero, this message is brought to you by Shed Time.
Yes.
yeah. I got shed faced.
Oh, dude, I'm shed faced as fuck. Not only am I shed faced, but I'm slightly, almost, kind of shit faced too. Yeah. Cheers.
You just decided to
Not
paint
really.
the barn doors red today. It's fine.
Can you see my face is a little flush right now?
Yeah.
No red.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
It's Brewskis.
Sometimes you just got to get in there. So I guess it's on to
Get in
Uncle
there.
Chris.
Get on it. Get in any
All
of
right.
it.
I'm going with this one is from Stevo, and it is Daytona 500 by Ghostface Killer.
Okay. I need a refresher on this one.
I mean,
I feel like I don't need to even listen to it. I should just
I'm
answer.
in the same boat as James. Like it's Ghostface.
It's
so,
Ghostface with Raekwon and Capadonna.
Like, whoa, we got loud volume. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
100% bumping. Yeah. As soon as I heard the beat, I was like, oh yeah, yes. 100%. You give me Ghostface ripping that beat. Let's go. Let's go.
Say, go, and fucking Raekwon, dude.
Yeah. Wu-Tang. It's for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna say it because I don't have to.
You ever y'all seen my fucking necklace? You
That
already
was a good
know.
pull though, Chris. Good pull and good choice,
good
Steve.
suggestion.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected you to pick that song.
Well, those are like actually people I know, and like I'm pretty sure I heard the song, and I quickly listened the first like 30 seconds, and I'm like, I've heard this before. Because yeah, I would bump it. I can bump that kind of like rap or like hip hop.
yeah.
There's
Dude,
some stuff I
it's the
can't, but
golden
like I
age.
can almost anybody that was in Wu-Tang, like I can
Chris
I can
needs
bump
that
it.
grimy boom bap shit.
Bro. Not only
Yeah.
that, but they're actually saying something. All right, back to me then, right?
Yep.
Let's see. I want to try to pick somebody that hasn't been picked yet.
Whoa, Aaron just gave me a flashback.
Oh, LJ Pickering, is that your name? Pride and Joy, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, man. Bumping it. Like
That's Stevie,
that
bro.
Stevie. Well, this is the thing. Like that's
No,
literally when I listen to the radio on like my work
that's the
drives and stuff.
station.
Like Stevie's all over it, and like I'll be hearing that on a regular. I'm all about it. Like yes.
I'll answer because I know Chris is like listening to it. I for those that don't know, I did play guitar for a short period. Well, I guess it would be a short period of time when you look at the grand scheme of things. But there's a period of time where I was super into like guitar and stuff like that. So obviously, if you play guitar and you're learning stuff, Stevie Ray Vaughan is like a guy that everybody wants to be like, and you got to listen to his music to experience what it could be like at the other end. And dude, not only that, but it's just a fucking banger of a song, dude. Especially when you're in a car, like Chris said, nice sunny day, windows down, nice breeze coming through the window, fucking cranked up to 11. You know what I mean? Just like fucking rocking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
100%.
got one of those riffs, bro, One of those just driving, like, literally, like, dual meaning there. You know what I mean? Like it's not only is it driving the song, but it's driving your fucking car. You know what I mean?
There's a reason Stevie Ray Vaughan was a pioneer of the whole blues rock style. You know?
Yeah, like I would bump that. I would bump that. Like I know the song, and it's pretty good. So I would bump that on a roadie. That's like a real steering wheel tapper. Or like I feel like that's like what like the Big Lebowski's doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like that song, you know, that like GIF that he's
Yep.
like fucking like bopping the ceiling and shit and his fucking jalopy.
Oh yeah.
He could be listening to that song.
All right. Well, so then it's on me
Yep.
again.
This is the last round too, by the way, boys. So make it
So
good.
this one was from Cicero, and it was Steely Dan's "Do It Again."
Bro, Steely Dan. Come on. Come on. That's just driving music, bro. Like these types of fucking bands, bro. Like that type of like fucking music. You know what I mean? That's the shit that you listen to on the radio.
Is it Do It Again?
Yep. Because you're going back, Jack. Do it again.
Back, Jack. Do it again. Yes, bro.
Wheels turning round and round.
It's just one of those ones that's just got a nice, cool, smooth, just not even like this one's not like a drive. It's just a glide. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, dude, I can just imagine you're driving in like some old
this is like an old
80s fucking
no, dude.
like you're riding on a cloud, you know? like the old Cadillac that you're just like
feel
every
like-
fucking bumps like.
I feel like this, bro. You're in like a 69, 70, like fucking, you know, something, dude. Just cruising. You know what I mean? Like looking for somebody who's like, you know, like, oh, this guy wants to race, and this is the song you listen to while you ride up, and then once you get to the fucking starting line, that's when you throw on that Stevie. You know what I mean? And then you fucking, you know what I mean? You get the vibe. You feeling the vibe I'm seeing here? That's my vibe.
I do. But yeah, no, I kind of agree with you, because I mean, that is Steely Dan's like late '60s era. And that's the thing, like, I have very recently become an extremely big Steely Dan fan. Like, I've always enjoyed Steely Dan music my whole life growing up, but like I suddenly started deep diving into the catalog and like really started to fall in love with the whole like weird jazz fusion vibes that they've mixed into like some of these albums. And yeah, Donald Fagen is brilliant. So yeah, obviously I'm rocking that Steely Dan. So it's your last pick, Uncle Chris.
Okay, I'm going off the board here, gents. Sorry, chat. I mean, there is a shout out to like John, like John put "Road to Nowhere" by Talking Heads. I just saw the Talking Heads, so like I just want to like give you a shout out for putting that out there. But for a road trip, okay, I'm going with "This Flight Tonight" by Nazareth. If you guys don't know that, you'll know it when you listen to it.
Dude,
that's all I'm saying.
Deep cut.
For a fucking roadie,
bro, baby. I haven't listened to anything Nazareth in I don't know, bro, but like you as soon as you said Nazareth, bro, like my brain was like, bro, where have they been?
Because dude, the bass line of that song is so fucking driving.
Yeah, dude.
And you're just like fucking and then when it fucking breaks down into like the fucking like I don't even know what kind of music it is, but it's a totally different thing. Oh man.
Yep. Bumping 100%. As soon as I heard the like
hi-hat,
the very beginning, I was like, yes, send it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed.
I would bump it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that I didn't think to put Nazareth on that low and lazy that I made. I gotta add some Nazareth now that like I pulled it up.
Honorable mention as well to Steve-O for the Easy Boys in the Hood G mix. You know the G mix, right? It's slightly different beat. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, dude, that one. I'm with it. But also Dynamite Hack.
Boys I love the Dynamite Hack version.
Yeah, dude. That's
classic.
I'm saving that because that's going on the Shedhead playlist next Shedhead session, which will be coming up in the next couple weeks, guys. But by the way, now that the game's over and we're ending the show next week, it's going down once again here in the green room.
Pew pew.
Shootout style.
Call
out. No, me and you aren't building nothing, bro.
Oh, nice.
We got
top, baby.
This is Georgia boy.
We've got a call out from good old Georgia boy, calling out Sean in the vessel RBA for the old Pulse AIO.
Oof, it's a tough call out there.
Yeah, if you guys missed the last Pulse build off. Right afterwards, we were talking about, hey, guys, if you want to come in and call anybody out, Georgia boy was like, hey, Sean, let's get it, bro.
Yeah, he thinks he can do it faster.
I mean, might as well go for the top. I mean,
hey, why not? Why not go for gold? You know what I mean?
The man's never tried a build off at all, and he's choosing arguably one of the more difficult, things to build for his first go at it. So
against a champ who also just did one like a month ago.
Dude, respect to the balls, bro. Because not many people are coming out and calling out Sean nowadays. You know what I mean? I've gotten called out once or twice. I think Chris might have gotten called out before. but not many people want to go after
I-
Sean, and I understand. Trust me,
I've beaten professional builders, so that's
Multiple.
Oh,
that's the
which
thing.
also, by the way, this is just a teaser because we don't have it's not in the calendar as of yet. Like it's not locked down. But Type 2, Grim Green, Green Room build off coming soon.
Shit.
Coming soon. It's finally happening.
The noise you guys have been
Dude.
making is working. Thank you all.
I'm so excited for it. It's been a long time coming. You know what I mean?
We've all been wanting it.
Respect to Grim for accepting the challenge, because I'll tell you this, guys, the Type 2 is a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
You know
It is, dude.
I feel like this is going to be something where it's anybody's game on this one. You know what I mean? Because there could be plenty of things that can go wrong.
This can suck real fast.
When it comes to this one, the wicking has always been a very crucial element to the build-offs.
Ooh.
But this wicking is probably the most intensive, process that
It's
we've
not
ever
easy.
encountered in one of these build-off situations. So, with that being said, get your predictions in. Let us know who you think might win. You know what I mean? Well, of course, there'll be a poll beforehand, of who you think is going to start. And, of course, reminder, guys, the poll also defines who goes first and who goes last. So the person leading in the poll, of course, leads the pack in the build-off. Unless I had an idea. Crazy one. We do 2 shootouts. Right?
I would just do back-to-back ones.
Like 2 go, 2 go. Winner of that maybe comes back and throws down for, a little, you know what I mean? Just to make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe drag it out. And also make it to where he comes back on for another one, Because we love Nick. We do. Nick's the best. You know what I mean? He's a guy that a lot of us, I'm sure, have tuned into over the years. I've got a lot of respect for him. And I just love having him on the show whenever we can. So, if we can do that, that'd be awesome. But other than that, just an initial build-off in general will be fun. We'll see. Yeah, a little heads-up tourney style. Yeah, Valerian Steel Sea's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll talk about it. Who knows? Nick's been saying he's going to be practicing. Yeah. Dude, by all means, bro. I feel like we all should, at least practice the wicking a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
At
gonna
least-
actually vape it this weekend.
Yeah.
I honestly, I almost thought about building it on the stream this week, but I was like, you know what? I don't want it. I'll do it on my spare time. You know what I mean?
I gotta put a smarter build in it first, because I got a really dumb build in it.
I
right
feel like
now.
I'm gonna go smaller diameter, nothing super chunky, something nice.
Yeah. Like I've got something that's too big for that deck in it.
We might, dude. Crazy idea. What if I'll even bring this up to Nick. What if we go old school? Chris, you have any round wire laying around anywhere?
Not
No.
not even. I don't even know if I would have 26 gauge.
Or not anything that you'd be able to whip a nice little set of coils.
No, I've actually been doing a bunch of cleaning up lately, and I think I threw away a bunch of 28 and 32 gauge.
Yeah, that
and stuff.
that wouldn't even.
No
worries.
I'll see what I can do. There's a bit of time. But
Yeah,
I, can't
I was
make
just
any
thinking because
promises.
that might even be kind of cool. It's where it's we don't have any coils made. We just have a little, either a spool or a little strand of whatever wire we think we're gonna need, and we actually wrap a set of coils, install just to take it one step. I've been brainstorming on the build offs, guys, trying to think of how we can take this thing next level. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of fun the way it is, but I feel like it's the one thing that not only do we get a lot of enjoyment and fun out of participating in, but I feel like you guys enjoy watching. But anyways, I've been dragging on. So with that being said, stay tuned for the build off next week, future build off with Grim, and I feel like in between, maybe after next week, we'll do a Shedhead session, and I have an idea for a fun game for the next Shedhead session. Sean and I were talking about it beforehand, and I feel like it could be pretty fun. I'll kind of run the game. Chris and Sean will be able to play with whatever Shedheads come and join us. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I think you guys will like it.
So, Chris.
We'll keep that a secret.
Yeah. Over to you, my friend.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I've had like a pretty crazy last 10 days, but really a pretty whirlwind last 3. I'm glad I could make it for half the show. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support in the chat. And yeah, just check out shedtimepodcast.com. Go give it a gander. Check out all the cool shit that's on there. Tooney's probably put a link in there, so all you have to do is click that. And other than that, yeah, like we'll see you guys next week here on the Green Room. Frames Ankle Vapor YouTube channel, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come kick it with us. And yeah, that's it. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean, take it away.
Well, my friends, thank you all so much for joining us. And yeah, same thing. Go check out the podcast if you've never done it. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a pretty damn cool thing. It's not what you think it is. It's a show about everything. So it's definitely worth checking out. And with all of that, I'm going to wrap it like I always do and tell you, don't let the best get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, just try and have some fun.
Goddamn right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Time for a little bit of food for thought, some words of wisdom for you guys to think about over the weekend from my main man, because there's a little bit of time for Confucius say. And today, Confucius say, the difference. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't say that. Confucius say, there's just one letter that makes the difference between here and there.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Dang.
But he also
can't
says the difference between roast beef and pea soup is that anyone can roast beef.
That is very true.
Sure. Not everybody can pea soup.
If you can do the latter, you should see a doctor.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Yeah.
don't think that's normal. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you so much for joining us for this little retro rebuild, rewick, refresh session. If you guys really enjoy these, let us know. I have fun doing these because obviously there's times where I've got to rewick something. And then there's also times where I like to dive into the old Boxo mods down here and Shelf O addies and dust something off and, you know, try something I haven't vaped in a while to see how it holds up. Like, obviously, went back and busted out the old Dreamer earlier in the week. You know, got this nice little tiny MTL setup going right now. Yeah, it's so good, dude. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us for this. Stay tuned for the build off next Friday. Make sure you guys check out the podcast over at shedtimepodcast.com. And with all that being said, I feel like it's time that we just wrap this up like we always do, sending out nothing but positive vibes, crisp high fives, and as always, it's just vape on, Shedheads.